So today I'm going to be talking about making a cleaning vinegar, a cleaning spray. So the first stage is to actually infuse your vinegar that you're going to be using as an ingredient for a cleaning spray. So the best and really easiest ingredient that we can use for this is a citrus peel. Now this is actually a mixture of grapefruit and orange peel, which I dried for tea making, and so this is actually pre-dried. So I'm just going to pop this in here. Now we're going to pop over some vinegar. I'm using a white wine vinegar. I don't really like I mean, a lot of people use white vinegar for cleaning. I am not a fan. I don't like the smell of it, and if I don't like the smell of it and it's going to be sprayed around places, it's just not ideal. So I prefer to use either a cider vinegar or a white wine vinegar. They're not expensive, so you don't need to worry. So this I'm using now is a white wine vinegar. Now, because I'm using a dried peel, I need to leave room for it to expand because they're going to absorb the vinegar and then puff out. So that's why I've left room there. So this I'm going to need to leave probably for at least a week, 2 weeks ideally, to really get all of those antibacterial essential oils out from this dried peel that I'm using. Now you can use a fresh peel if you've got lemon, orange, grapefruit, any of the citruses really. Just take the peel. You don't need to do anything fancy with it. Literally take the peel straight off of the orange, for example, and just chop it up with a pair of scissors and then pop it in some vinegar, and it'll extract again in a week to 2 weeks. You don't need to scrape the pith off. You don't need to do anything to it. Literally just pop it in your vinegar. Make sure it's covered so you don't get mold. This I'm going to put a lid on. So once it's covered, you leave it for 1 to 2 weeks, and then what you'll have is an infused vinegar. Now with this infused vinegar, you've got several options. So if we were going to, if I was using this, for example, with rosemary, because that's another antibacterial, or thyme, or a mixture of the two, those you could actually keep as an infused vinegar, and you could just use it in cooking and get the medicinal properties of your rosemary and your thyme that way. For example, in salad dressings, you could use it in that way. This is completely edible as well, so you could use your citrus as a salad dressing if you wanted to. But actually, what we're going to do is we're going to make it into a all-purpose, multi-purpose spray cleaner. So I'm just going to get the next stage as a Blue Peter. Here's one I made earlier. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this peel in because this is for demonstration purposes, but you can take it out once you've done your 1 to 2 weeks. So to make your spray cleaner, it's very simple. All we're going to need to do is dilute this down. So it needs to be about 1/3 water and 2/3 vinegar. So about that much. So now this obviously would be strained, and then you can pop it into a spray bottle and then use it as a multi-purpose cleaner. So it's a cheap, easy way to, and it's plastic free and sustainable. You can just use up any peels that you have, and also herbs. Like I said, you can use any antibacterial herbs in the same way. Combine them if you want. If there's a particular scent that you like, you want to use bay, you want to use thyme or rosemary, for example. So really, really easy. Just pop that in a spray bottle and then off away you go, and you can use it wherever around the house that you want to use as a multi-purpose spray cleaner. Yeah, it's really, really easy, that simple, and just off you go. Really easy. So do leave a comment if you've tried it. How did you find it? Any comments, any other recipes that you've tried, and don't forget to subscribe.